Good afternoon, my name is Richard Patton. I'm the Event Operations and Private Dining Manager of the Gleneagles Hotel.
I'm Jake, I'm interviewing Richard Patton. So, would you like to tell us a bit about your job?
Yes, certainly. My job, I'm responsible for the delivery of the food and beverage for any of our group guests, our events that come to the hotel. That can be from numbers from maybe 5 up to around 500 guests.
So
the largest event, we have an event which we run at the end of May, start of June every year. It's an annual event that's been coming to us from Aberdeen, and there tends to be around 480 of them who come to play golf and have a lot of fun, of course.
That's quite a lot of people. So how does the Ryder Cup affect your job?
Well, at the moment the effect is not exactly direct, but in terms of guest expectation it really has an effect. Because we've got the association now with the Ryder Cup, that really increases the guest expectations when they're coming to a Ryder Cup venue, of course, especially when you've got the golf experience as well as the dining experience, staying here overnight, and the whole journey of the guest is obviously the expectations really are great.
So what exactly do the guests expect from Gleneagles Hotel? What do they?
So in terms of expectations, they really do expect a one-on-one service to each of our guests. They will expect to have an element of recognition. Certainly, it's important that if they've been several times, that we are aware of their likes and not likes, and the rooms that they do like, and the tables that they like, and the dishes that they don't like, if they've got any special requirements, that they're dealt with in a manner that really doesn't single them out, but things just happen for them.
You said something about dietary requirements. How do you cope with these special dietary requirements?
Great fun. They're always a challenge. In terms of a dietary requirement, that can basically be a very tempting, a life-threatening instance. So that each individual one is taken, first of all, very seriously. Especially when you've got such as a nut allergy or a gluten allergy. It's very important that first and foremost we are aware of them, and secondly on how to deal with them. Each of the dishes that we have, we are aware of all of the intolerances that they could be subjecting to our guest. So certainly training is very, very important. Then general awareness around the resort. When these people come, we are aware of the dietary requirements, and that the communication around the resort is done appropriately for where the guests may be dining in one of the restaurants such as Desio, Dormy or Strathern, that we pick these people up and we've already told them what they can have, not necessarily what they can't have. It's very important that we go in with a positive attitude with that. In terms of the event, each of our guests normally are asked on arrival prior to the organisers of that event if they've got any dietary requirements. If they have, then we will not necessarily, again, single them out as a dietary requirement, but quite subtly have it the dish given to them maybe during a dinner, where they're not exactly asked of who is the dietary requirement. We just know that person's a dietary requirement, and their dish is put in front of them. The dish tends to be looking very similar to the other dishes that the other guests are having, so subconsciously they feel as though they're having exactly the same dish.
Yes, of course. So, what kind of etiquette do you have to adhere to?
Etiquette is a good word. In terms of service delivery, we as a resort are amalgamated with the leading hotels of the world, and we have what are called the LQA standards, which is the leading quality assurance standards. And these, I guess, for any experience from arrival to being roomed to the dining experience, all of which have different checklists, I guess, or points that we have to adhere to. These are trained throughout, right from the word go, so all of our team players are aware of these LQA standards. And then every year or 2 years, we as a resort will be inspected on all of these different service standards. They're very good in terms of training our team players as far as the guest expectation is concerned. When someone comes to a leading hotels of the world property, it's important that these standards are delivered to a very, very high expectation.